Hello! Welcome to another Would You Rather, I've got the name of it, and we're going to get straight into this one, not waste any time. Last time I added a bit too much of politics and opinion, when really it's supposed to just be a fun game. So, record the screen. So last time I left you with, would you rather never be able to use a phone again or never be able to use a computer again? I would rather never be able to use a phone again. I don't really need to call people. You can, on a computer, you can do FaceTime, you can do Zoom, you can talk to people via email. On a phone, you can ring them, text them, do all that other stuff, but I think I'm just far too codependent on a phone. I'd rather not look at it as much as I do look at it. So yeah, I think I'd go never be able to use a phone again. 53% of people agree, so that's quite a close one. Would you rather have brawn or brains? Well, are we talking about the pinnacle of brawn and brains? Because obviously the pinnacle of brains would be like billionaires like Elon Musk, but pinnacle of brawn would be like, what's it called? Like the top athlete, like a Cristiano Ronaldo. I know he's not like brawny, but he's a top athlete. He's probably one of the best athletes that have ever lived, most athletic athletes that have ever lived. And I feel like even though people that have brains do a lot more for everyone, you know, in terms of anything, because they get so much more money, so they deserve a lot of respect. Like when you look at Elon Musk and everything that he's trying to accomplish or has accomplished, when you look at Bill Gates, when you look at Steve Jobs and look at all of the things that they've done, then it's like, well, they get more respect eventually, but do they? Do they? Because everybody loves an athlete, don't they? They just love someone that can fucking do stuff that nobody else can do. Even though the people with the brains can do stuff that nobody else can do. I think the thing is, I feel like I'd go for brawn, I think. Because I feel like with brains, it's harder. I feel like with brains, it's harder. You have to constantly be on to that next thing. Whereas with brawn, when you're a really good athlete, there gets to a point when you're like maybe 27, 28, when you have to start putting in a bit more work in order to maintain what you already have. And then when you get to about 32, you have to put in a lot more work to maintain anything that you've got, and kind of realise that maybe about 33, 34, that you're probably on a bit of a decline there. And if you're like Cristiano Ronaldo, still an absolute hell of an athlete, he's not what he was, but you know, I just feel like with a brain you have to constantly be making the cogs turn, because when Cristiano Ronaldo retires, he's going to be a multi-millionaire. He will never have to work again in his life if he doesn't want to. He will, because he'll get offers coming out of everywhere to do whatever he wants, whereas and that will be all because he was an athlete, because he trained his body. But the people that train their brains have to learn negotiation, have to learn this, have to learn that, have to learn everything. So I'm gonna go for brawn, I think. 27% of people agreed. Oh, okay. Well. Would you rather support Chelsea or Manchester City? Manchester City, for anyone that doesn't know, I don't know who watches this, nobody mostly, but they're English Premier League football clubs or soccer clubs if you live in America, or kind of, yeah. And Chelsea are a very rich club owned by a Russian, and Man City are a very rich club owned by somebody, I think, in Saudi Arabia. I'm not entirely sure about that, but owned by, you know, somewhere around the Middle East. If that's where Saudi Arabia is. My geography is terrible. But I'd rather support Man City because they're better, and I'd rather support the winning side. I'm not an underdog supporter. Just not. I don't see, like, it's more of a thrill, I guess, when they win an underdog, but I don't care. I don't care. 46% of people agree, so most people like Chelsea. Would you rather be KO'd by Chuck Norris that number times? Is that like 34, 345 million? Yeah, whatever. Or restart your biggest game. I don't even know what any of that means. That's like the worst one I've ever seen. I'm not doing that. I don't know what that meant. Right, would you rather have Bill Gates giving you builds every day? Right. Have Steve Jobs giving you builds every day? What? These are so bad. I don't know what that means. I'd probably rather get it from Bill Gates. Bill Gates seems to have been a nicer person on the surface that we can tell. Everything's been outed by about Steve Jobs being a wanker. But it's easy to do when he's dead, isn't it? Because he's not going to sue you for anything. His family might, but they probably know. Whereas if you say something bad about Bill Gates, he can probably have a hit put out on you for no more than $10 worth of his money. So it doesn't really matter. I'd rather be billed by Bill Gates because I guess it seems like he's nicer. And Steve Jobs would probably, I don't know, shit in the bill and be like, oh, you're not like that? So, yeah, see, that's just fucking shit. Right, would you rather fight 100 chicken-sized zombies, fight 10 zombie-sized chickens? Oh, fuck me. I think 100 chicken-sized zombies, to be honest with you. This is the best one we've had. I think 100 chicken-sized zombies, alright? And I'll tell you for why, right? If they're chicken-sized zombies, right, then they're not actual chickens, so they're not going to be able to fly. The only danger you are really in, right, is them biting your ankles or lower leg, right? All you've got to do, wrap it in tape like they do in, you know, when they wrap their arms in tape on Walking Dead. Wrap it in tape, and then just fucking stand on them. Just pop their little chicken-sized zombie heads, all right, and then there's 100 of them, yeah, but only if they're chicken size, if you go into a small narrowing, and so they can only come through one at a time, they're going to be way easier to kill, easy peasy. Rather than fight 10 zombie-sized chickens, that's like Peter Griffin fighting the chicken from Family Guy. Imagine him fighting 10 of those. He can barely beat one, and that's a full-on chicken. Okay, it's not a real chicken, but Jesus Christ. If it was the size of a zombie, could you imagine how much it would hurt if it pecked you? It would go straight for your eyes, and it would get them as well, and there'd be 10 of them fucking you up. Mate, this is an easy one. It's a good one, but it's an easy one. I'd go for fight 100 chicken-sized zombies. How do these, what? I mean, it would be easier to shoot, I guess, the zombie-sized chickens, but like if you were going bare knuckles, you'd be definitely, I don't know, man. Anyway, that was the Would You Rather. This is the last one that you can look at yourselves. Is would you rather watch Let It Shine on Disney Channel or watch Rags on Nickelodeon? Don't answer that, because that's a really shit one, and I don't even know what either of those shows are, so let's all just pretend we didn't see that. Right. Anyway, see you next time.